Welcome to Enjoying Life, a program of music, chatter, and friends, designed to put a refreshing moment in your day. Now, please welcome your award-winning hosts, Dr. Jerry and Little Jan.
Oh, thank you, Paul. Thank you so very much. You know, Paul was with us on our recent cruise.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, let's talk about our cruise, okay?
Oh, let's talk.
We go on a Christian cruise every year. Usually go in February. Sometimes we have to work others, but that's the one we really enjoy working most, isn't it?
It is.
And
our cruise is a lot different than, I know there's a lot of cruises that go out.
Yes, a lot of Christian people that are associated with them. But
this particular cruise, they buy the whole ship.
They lease the whole ship.
For that week.
It's the only Christian cruise I know where we totally take over the ship for the 5 days that the cruise is going on. And this last time that we just got back from not long ago, we had 2,558 passengers. You know, the crew, of course, there's 1,000 people more than that, but we had that many passengers. And the cruise is so good because we have the best in Christian music.
We sure do.
The best in Christian speakers and the best in Christian comedians. You know, some good old Christians need to learn they can smile and laugh and have a good time.
And we had... I don't know if you want to call it redback hymnal.
Oh, we did, didn't we? Yeah,
we had a blast.
The auditorium filled up. You know, we didn't know they'd fill up because it was in the afternoon. See, and a lot of them, they like to be out on the deck, and some of them are visiting. But boy, they came in for that redback hymn. They were standing around the walls.
But those people, we led them a little bit, but those people sang.
Yeah, we were sort of in charge. We got them started, but boy, they did it, didn't they?
They sang.
Well, I guess we better sing now. We're supposed to. We got to get started.
Let's sing us a song.
Yeah, and you know, here's a song that has been really strong for us. I love what it says. It says, "You crossed his mind 1,000 times today." You crossed his mind 1,000 times today. Did you ever think that no one really loved you, and that you were left to wander on your way? Did you ever think he never thinks about you? You crossed his mind 1,000 times today. He never left you for a single moment. He was never more than just a prayer away. Don't ever think he never thinks about you. You crossed his mind 1,000 times today. I will never leave you nor forsake you. He promised us before he went away, and he is with us every moment that we need him. You crossed his mind 1,000 times today. He never left you for a single moment. He was never more than just a prayer away. Don't ever think he never thinks about you. You crossed his mind 1,000 times today. Don't ever think he never thinks about you. how true that is. You are on his mind. Don't go far away.
That's one of my favorite songs that you sing. Is
Well, thank you.
You've crossed his mind
1,000 times today. I appreciate that. We were at a church back several months ago, and we were there for their special celebration, and a man sang that song. He didn't even know I wrote it, you know. And I said, man, he must sing that because I'm here today. You know how you feel that way. Couldn't find out he didn't know. He said, you write that? I said, well, yeah. You know, but it blessed me. You know, I enjoyed that.
It's a good song.
Well, we got some special friends. I've been knowing these folks a long time. Have you been knowing them a long time?
I've been knowing them a long time. I'm not going to tell how long, but it's been a while.
It's amazing. You don't talk about years quite like I do, do you?
No, I don't. I don't think so.
Well, let's give a round of love to some friends that we're so glad to have with us, the Jonathans. Let's glad that they're here. And we appreciate you coming being with us.
And we're glad to have Paula with us and Darren.
And Parker. Yeah.
Well,
Now, this is
Parker.
the husband and wife team.
This is the
That's
husband
right.
and wife.
How long have you been with them, Darren?
Oh, I've been about 1.5 years now.
A year and a half. How long have you been singing, Brother Parker?
I've been singing since I was 8 years old.
8 years old?
Yeah.
Did your family sing?
We did, yes, yeah. My family sang. Actually, we were influenced at the old all-night singings at the Kleinhans Music Hall in Buffalo, New York.
Sure, I've sung there.
Yes, you have, and you were an influence on us as we were coming along. Yeah, singing, and you were with the Thrasher Brothers the first time we saw you.
That's a
Yes,
lot.
yeah.
Wow.
And then of course you come up with the Goffs, your own group, and.
Now, are you just saying that to make an old guy feel good, or is this? You never know, you know.
Because it thrills me to be here and to be able to talk about these things because of the influence that you had on our family.
You're so kind to say that. And I remember as a lad, it seemed like a lad, and maybe help me here from my memory, you know, may not be what it used to be. You know, I'm getting older and older. The only thing that still works is my mouth, you know, my brain and my eyes, you know. But anyway, you seem like as a child, a young man, I don't mean a child, but like in your teens, didn't you promote some gospel concerts?
I did, yeah.
What a chance to take as a teenager.
Yeah, I can remember I did my first concert when I was 13 years old.
Really?
And I arranged to have all the posters done up. And I had my mom drive. Back those days, you know, you didn't have social media.
No.
You didn't have. We didn't have the budget to do the radio promotion that we should have done, but we did posters. And my mom drove me all over our whole area, probably a 50-mile radius, putting posters up everywhere.
You need to tell them we're sort of in the neck of the woods where you were raised. You weren't raised in the South. Listen to this. Listen to this, folks.
No, I'm originally from the Tonawanda Indian Reservation near Buffalo, New York.
Buffalo, New York.
Yeah.
And that's where you were in that general area.
Right. Right, and so I promoted a concert. It was at our church, and it was just with a regional group, you know. But the first time I ever did it, excuse me, I was 13 years old.
Wow.
And
but you were singing with your family then, of course.
I was, yeah. My family sang on the program. This other group sang on the program, and it just kind of built from there. There was a real desire for that kind of music in our area, and so we just kept building and building and building. And
well, now I'm going to interrupt you here and say that many people who will recognize your face, you know, because he sang for many, many years with the famous Kingsman Quartet, and not only did you sing with them, after Jim sort of with health got you did a lot of MC work for him as well. We'll put you even more out front.
Right.
And you sang with them for years and years and years. How, and I know we don't have a lot of time, so we don't have a minute-by-minute recap of Parker Jonathan's history. How did you come to have your own group here? And how long have you all been married? And now?
Well, I left the Kingsmen in 2001 and stayed off the road, didn't sing anything for probably 5 or 6 years, I guess it was.
We sure
did.
did.
And then my family got together for a reunion concert in upstate New York.
Okay.
And at that concert, Paula and I sang together. And afterward, my father came to me and he said, you really need to think about singing together with Paula some more.
Your dad?
Yeah.
Good man, good man. Yeah.
He said, that's a wonderful sound. And so we did. We started singing together a little bit. We missed the third and fourth parts, you know. And so we brought another young man along with us to sing. And he stayed with us for a number of years. We've been together now for about 9 years singing. Darren's been with us almost 2 years. And so.
Well, let's talk to Paula.
Yes.
Paula, have you always been around singing?
Let me tell you, Paula and I like clothes.
Well, y'all were just comparing clothes and talking about clothes before we went on the air.
Yes.
I had to hurry up and get on the air so it would cost me money. Parker said, "Yeah, I understand that." Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. I just wanted them to know that she loves clothes too.
Yes,
Yeah.
I do. I love clothes. Oh, yes, I do love clothes. How have I been in singing?
Yes. Were you raised in singing too?
I was not. Now I do have a twin, and my twin and I sang, off and on in church and that kind of stuff. But other than that, no, I never really.
That's
sang.
good.
Yeah.
As such, as a stage
right.
personality.
Right.
Are you enjoying it?
I love it.
Oh, you love it?
I love
huh?
it, yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
You know,
I
it's
love it.
terrible when I've seen preachers that say, I feel called to preach, but I don't like to preach. Well, that's sad. If you're going to sing, enjoy it,
Yeah, I do.
that's
I love
good.
it.
That's good. Well, Parker.
You got children?
No, we have 2 dogs, which are our children, but have never been blessed with children. So.
Oh my! Well, I've never had any biological children. My wife and I. She passed away in 2000. We never had any children.
But I do have children.
But she has children and grandchildren, and Lord have mercy, I have found out that's another world, isn't it? Well, let's talk to Darren. Darren, you've been with them 2 years. How did you hook up with them?
Well, I don't know.
Did they hear you sing or something?
We kind of had a mutual friend, a friend of mine that used to sing a little bit with the Kingsmen, and him and Parker knew each other. And Parker called him and asked if he knew someone that could sing, and he gave him my name, and here we are.
Well, that's good. That's good. Do you write songs, Parker?
No, I've never been blessed with that talent.
Are you a full-blooded Indian? Or?
I am, yes. Seneca.
Huh?
Seneca.
Seneca.
Yes.
Seneca Indian, full-blooded. We meet a lot of people and they like to go back to the heritage and say I'm 1/3 or I'm 1/16 or whatever, but you are 100%.
I am, yes.
awesome.
Yeah.
So you-
and some people don't believe that. I had a little kid at a concert one night come up to me and say, he said, "You're not an Indian." I said, "Yes, I am." And he said, "Well, where's your feathers?"
Oh my goodness, yeah. Well, the Clouts were half Indians, the boys were, and they always, and there's part of their stage presentation was the feathers and all that. Yeah. Well, you are, I never thought of gospel music infiltrating the Indian culture.
Yeah, the native people love gospel music, to be honest with you. Yeah, they really do. And of course, like I said, we were exposed to it at a very young age through my parents and of course my grandparents as well. And we love it. And in fact, when I was with the Kingsmen, we sang on my Indian reservation in upstate New York. We went and sang there one time. And a little tiny church. Probably wouldn't seat at the time, maybe 200 people at the most, and it was just packed out.
Well,
Yeah,
you
sure
guys,
they did,
You
yeah.
guys were talking about before we went on air that you and Jerry or the Thrashers, maybe,
right.
you guys all sang wherever.
Right,
some
yeah.
of those concerts.
The Thrasher Brothers came up and sang all the time, and they're the ones that got me hooked on gospel music.
Oh, is that right?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The excitement.
Yeah.
They could stir up dust in the desert. I'm telling you, Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are drawn because the excitement that gospel music does generate, and it has a feeling to it. It has a wonderful message, but it also, the style of it just generates that.
Well, the harmonies and
Yes.
you know, and they
People
accept
love
all of
harmony.
that
Yes,
together. They do. They really do.
Yes, they do.
Well, do you travel much? I know that you live in, western Georgia.
Right.
But do you travel far, or do you try to stay close home?
We stay pretty close to home. I'm assistant pastor and music director at our church.
Oh, really?
And so
I didn't know
Where is
that.
this?
it's in Carrollton,
Carrollton, Georgia?
North Point Baptist in Carrollton.
North Point. I know where
Yes,
you are.
okay,
Yes, I'm
yeah.
coming to see you then.
I didn't know that when you say you're assistant pastor, that means you preach sermons?
I have, yes.
Really?
Now, I'm not.
I'm learning a new part of Parker Johnson.
I don't feel like I'm a preacher, but I have spoken. My dad used to always say that he said, I don't feel called to preach, but I'll take any opportunity that I can.
Yes,
you know,
well, you
so,
can testify and
so-
give a story
Exactly.
and probably teach that style.
Right.
Preaching has changed a lot. We don't have the hard, dry preaching quite as much as we used to have years
Who's
ago.
the pastor there at the church?
Lee Wimberly. Lee Wimberly is our pastor, yeah.
Well, do you work in the church as well?
I do not. I am full-time. I work as a paralegal at a law firm in Midtown Atlanta.
Oh, you drive all the way from Carrollton
I
to Atlanta
do.
every day?
Every day.
Fight that traffic?
I do.
Oh,
I live to
God,
tell
give her
about it.
mercy and grace, we pray.
Yes.
I tell you, and so you're a paralegal.
I am.
Well, you know, that's intriguing to me. If I had not been called into the ministry, I would have been a lawyer. In fact, I went to a huge high school where you in high school took courses to where you were headed, and I went towards the law. But I love that. So we have a bond.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. We're so glad you're here. So glad
thanks
you're
for
here. It's
having
about
us.
time to introduce you to sing, and I'm sorry about that because there's so much we want to talk about. Yeah. But we're glad that you're here, and we're going to go to black in just a minute and take a break, but we'll be back for your singing. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a break in just a minute. Don't go away because you'll want to enjoy the Jonathans. May God bless you. We're excited to have the Jonathans with us today, and here they are to sing a wonderful song, The Beautiful Day. Listen to the wonderful Jonathans.
As I wake up in the morning of each day that passes by, and I listen to the sound upon my ear, I can't help but keep a watch toward the eastern sky, and I wonder if the trumpet will be the next sound that I hear.
What a
Beautiful day for the Lord to come again.
what a
Beautiful day for Him to take His children home.
how I
Long to see His face and to touch His nail-scarred hand. What a beautiful day for the Lord to come again. All my earthly disappointments and my trials here below fade away when I remember His last word. He said He'd return and receive His children unto Him, and now I'm longing to look upon the face of my Lord.
what a
Beautiful day for the Lord to come again.
what a
Beautiful day for Him to take His children home.
how I
Long to see His face and to touch His nail-scarred hand. What a beautiful day for the Lord to come again.
How I long to see His face and to touch His nail-scarred hand.
Oh, what a beautiful day for the Lord to come again. Come again.
Amen. Amen. And He's coming back for me, my friends, and I trust He's coming back for you as well. It's all made possible because our God is alive. We serve a God that's risen from the grave, and I'm glad He loves me today. I trust you know Him. You listen to this wonderful song and let it bless your heart. I trust it'll bless you. The resurrection. Listen.
since he had taken his last breath. Sorrow filled the air, the birds stopped singing everywhere. Nothing seemed the same, the clouds began to weep the rain.
It was the second day in the tomb where he lay. Satan smiled with glee. He said, I have the victory. You say you've come to save, but now you're in the grave.
Very early that third morn, before the dawn had come, demons danced around, chanting, Satan, you have won. But God, in all of his greatness, stood up from the throne. He nodded to the angel, go ahead, roll away the stone.
And as the sun began to rise, he opened up his eyes. The Father turned and said, my son's no longer dead. And the angels filled the sky. The heavens shout, the demons cry as the King walks out. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art! How great thou
I'm telling you, did they sing that song?
I'm telling you.
My
you don't even need to
goodness.
sit down anymore.
I know it. I'm not only giving them a standing ovation, I'm jumping up and down inside. I'll tell you, that is a great song, and they sang that song.
They sang
I've never
the
heard
song.
that song, The Resurrection.
I don't think I have.
And I loved it, the way they started one day, and then she told the story. Then the second day, he told the story. And then they came in with Parker telling it, and then they brought it together. And then to end it with that anthem of the church, How Great Thou Art, How Great Thou Art. That is now America's #1 hymn.
is.
Years ago, it was the Old Rugged Cross. But a few years ago, because of the influence of the Billy Graham Crusades and them singing it on his with Beverly Shea, that became America's favorite hymn. And wow, did they do it justice?
They
Wow.
did it. They did it.
We're so glad y'all watched today and joined in with us, and we're going to have them join us in a little bit. But until they do, we're going to invite you to be a part of our program every week and give us a call. We talked earlier about the crusade
We
and
did.
about the cruises.
We did,
So
yes.
we want them to go with us on our cruises and join us in our crusades.
All right, that's talking to you, that we want
Yes.
them to go. But now we don't care if Parker.
Well,
and
yeah,
Florida-
we want them to go too.
Yes, we
but
do.
we're inviting the viewers, and if you'd like to know
Yes,
more
come
about
on and
it,
go with us.
go to our website and,
Dr. Jerry
and give
Goff.
us an email, drjerrygoff@AOL.com, and you'll see it there, and we'll send you a brochure.
We
and
will.
you can come go with us on a cruise.
You'll
And
have a blast. I'm
it
telling
is.
you. You can just rest for a whole week and enjoy God's pleasures.
Yes, right. We rent the whole ship, and we want you to know what it's all about. We rent the whole ship so that there's nothing else going on. All the bars are closed. All the casinos are closed. We have the best in Christian music, the best in preaching. We have the finest in Christian comedians, and you just have a wonderful time. And this last year, we had over 2,000 people with us on this cruise.
We certainly did. It was wonderful.
And so you'll meet a lot of Christians from across America, and we had some on there from Norway and some from Ireland, so that come from around the world to be with us. Thank you for joining with us today. Invite a friend to be a part of gospel music in your area and to join us each time that Enjoying Life is coming on the air.
Let's tell them our motto.
And remember, our motto is take Christ as your partner and enjoy life.